Well, we are back tonight for the same, creating the some kind of house, procedural house. So let's get back to it right now. And yeah, I was still cutting my push into parts, but I will put it aside and do it while searching. So before doing some kind of cherry picking the meshes that I've just added to my repo, I want to know what I want a little bit more, like what do I do first. I want to test now the chat beforehand. YouTube is a bit slow again, so I would do at least all of the one of the part of the commit. I will start it right now so that it does send it while we are talking. So do this. Oh, the cat is meowing at the door. I think you didn't hear the cat meowing. What do you want? He looked at me and was like some kind of worried. Okay, so how do we do this? Where do we start? I'm going to bring that there. And yeah, I want to know what kind of house can I get. I want to see perplex city, so I will ask some question to know what kind of house. Architecturally. Oops. I want to do a deep search. Oh, I don't have enough. Can I do a ChatGPT? Okay, let's add a lot of gap within the walls, or etc. Maybe even harboring in a living creature. Having maybe even add the tendency, add the tendency to a bar living being. Oh yeah, I forgot the period. I was thinking for the period first, and then can't edit this in the 300 years. My cat is asking. A bit silent. Where's my music? So it's as long as my git. So git one success. Okay, there is just one mesh there. Oh. And here are the other meshes. Can I send all the mesh one shot? Oh, it's in heavy. Can we do else? That's fine. I just have to wait for one. Oops. Delete answers. So how does it go? What can we search else? Well, it's maybe we can find art key. Like, sure. House. 17th century. That's 18, not 17. I need anatomy. I want to see inside. Yeah, more like a blueprint. But the issue with the blueprint is that we don't see the basement. How did the basement? We would have to ask maybe. So another push was done. I will add another one. Well, the last push was the 12th. The next one is the 13th. Okay, what else? That's interesting, but I want to know like more into the details, like things like inside them there's the like drug dealer tag there or metal band. Okay, last commit 13th, now it's 14th. Yeah, I want to see the basement. Let's go hard on the search. Basement. Yeah, I need the result. Yeah, I can open it now, so last push is almost there. So what I will do now, I will check the meshes. What did result into? Nothing? No blueprint then. Basement. Damn. Basement. Anatomy. The construction process. Materials. Basement. What else? This is close. I can see that there are bricks. So not so helpful. What is the under house? Oh, you got it. Oh, damn! It went far away. North America and North America and Europe in that time, right? What is the name of the gap underneath basementless house? Crawl space, maybe. Yeah, we cannot see much. Mm-hmm. Can you make an anatomy picture in the sense of drawing the interior with a cut of our house. Hundreds in that period house. Like attach it house like butcher or like in the book the verse with all the gap in the floor. In the sense showing English sense. And also for the workforce to live and travel from in let's see. Oh, my commit might not work like on the line. Oh, I think it's Fenzel. Sunset dark on me. My commit is like 1.3 gig and I think it might work. Yes, it worked. I can now open like my project. So let's see. Let's look at a map demo, how cool it is. I can bump the graphic if I want. Wow. I think that would be a no for me. Let's see if I like, if I put this the epic. Because I have too many things running now. Like OBS is taking a lot of space. I need to make some skills for running, and then you can run real fast in the game. And that would be fun, that there would be other players playing humans, and they would see like the little elf going real fast. And the little elf has to keep their identity hidden. It needs to not be exposed to the human being. So what would when some kind of, maybe I could do like some ENFP NPC. Wow, NPC. But like getting really mad because there are creatures in their houses, and the NPC would try to catch and lock down the other player who playing the elf, and it could like open the walls and right. So that's looking good. Good. What if I'm there? I think this is a good height. Maybe smaller. It's even more fun smaller. Yeah, that would be cool. Let's take a look. Wow, that's really cool. Okay, let's go. Let's see. What? What? What is it? Okay, maybe borrowers. Where's the borders is in the public domain now. Hello? Can you hear me? Aaron TV. Nice. What's going on? Yes, I want to see this. Okay. Oh, nice. What are you doing? What are you working on? Oh, yeah, I know it's not perfect. I can't right now find better. Okay, let's continue with that. Now I'm going back to my PCG, which is in my project. Okay, nice. Nice. I would like to see if I can, if you want, I could check it out maybe. Third party effect, it's not there. Oh, it's the fab. I need to let this open. Yeah, that's nice. I'm doing it too. I'm working on it right now. That's why that's just a new project I'm doing, because I was thinking about I think .com would not work, but write the .com differently. If I don't hear it, it means that it was blocked. Okay, PCG basic house. Let's go back. Oh, the PCG. I can plug in something new there. Yeah, I see that. Do you have a Discord name? Okay. Twitch. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, let's continue there. I need a wall now. Oh, what the? Oh no. Okay, ditch.io, yeah, okay. Just search it, maybe it would be faster. The Kingdom of Alden. Oh, cool. It's like green, like in the Game Boy, the old Game Boy. Yeah, that's not nostalgic. Oh, I like it. It looks like Final Fantasy. Like Final Fantasy 6, the pixels, how they are distributed. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I will follow you. Yeah. Okay. Follow Baron. Can I? Yes. Cool. That's nice. Okay, let's do this. I need my walls. So let's check this. Okay, what else? I can check the map again and overview. What is that? Oh, okay. Okay. What about the floors? Carpets. They are planks, but how can I do this then? Okay, I will just improvise and what I want to do. So my wall is just 100, and the guy in the tutorial, where is he? Let's see what are the size he put in. I think locked in his setting in the blueprint in the wall size, and the dog again is yapping. Okay, so it's 310, and what I've put there is what I put there. Those walls are 100, and to know that if that's the case, let's open it. So I put this in assets, meshes, PCG. So I can, if it's a 100, then that means if I bring this there, it will be this. You can see 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5. So this is 10 10 10, so it's 300. Why the guy put 310? In the blueprint here? I don't know, because his mesh, his own mesh is this size. So if I put it down, what occurs is that it closes the gap, but not those gaps. So I want it smaller, and this is on the PCG. It's in the viewport. In the viewport here, and it's the size of this, I guess, which is, oh, I put the slider. I didn't want it to fall down again on the 0 and create a crash and infinite loop. So I cap it to those numbers. And so it's this blind which we made. The size was the size I entered was like the one he gave. So it's not that. Yeah, it's not that. Because if I move it, what? No. If I move, it doesn't change. The gap stays, so it's the thickness. The other value, wall thickness. My wall thickness is not 40. Let's say 20. Vampire. More like it then. Hey. Maybe 18, something like 18. But that's not important. Somewhat, but let's try to fit it then. Almost there. Yeah. I like. Oh yeah, I will leave it there. And will it ever lower too much? Oh, damn. Yeah, that's 10. That's 2. But then I think it's this, maybe. No. Maybe it's this. No, it has to be the offset there here. Okay. And now if I pick a corner and put it there, look at this. How fantasticus. Fantasticus. Control Z. The thing is, this would be my basement. Like the crawl space, but in the old-timer scrolling space. Can I get a yay? Can I get a yay? So I pick up the mesh. I want the mesh. I want to see the mesh. This is model screen. Small. Oh, I just want the mesh. Yeah, it's in the pudding. The mesh is in the pudding. It's in this one. Control S. This one. It's the last of the Mohican. The last of the Mohican. How do we say béton? Béton. C'est en béton. Béton. Concrete. Concrete jungle. My UVs are not done. Yes, I will go do my UVs. Look at this. So let's do some UVs real fast. Blendy blue, blendy blue. Let's open blendy blue. Blendy. So this is my placeholder meshes. So let's do some UV work. Now the controls are. I'm lost. Yes, I found it back. I found back the light. Okay. Now, of course, this is placeholder. So I will botch. Botch no. Botch it up. Botch a lot. So it should be, no, it shouldn't be fine because now we aren't squared anymore. So let's do a quick UV unwrap. Smart Alright. Title. Check your rank. UV grid color grid alpha. UV grid color grid tiled. And now I don't remember. Every time I don't remember. It's there. This one. You hit this one. Oh, it didn't like it. Oh, it didn't like it. Blendy. I think I will close this. What? Wow. I don't remember how to shift this one there, but I often forget. Shading, where are you when we need you, shading? Oh damn, look at this stretch. Look at this stretch. Wow, it's as if we didn't touch. Yeah, it was horrible. Anyway, it was horrible. Yeah, that's not. No, that's not. I forgot a little step. I wanted to go fast. The thing we need to do. No. No. When I'm UV editing, so it's time for cutting the UVs, and let's try this. What's the shortcut for Moxie? I don't have. Do them work? No, not merge. No, not merge. Okay, what could it be? Like Alt M? Oops, Control. Wow, that's too much. Yeah, that's too much. My keyboard is not that technological. I found a way. But is it doing my scene? Doggy. Doggy. Did I hit the right one? I don't know. Real fast, just to have something, and I will iterate how it's work iteratively, make iterations, make your fast one, next one you make it better, and next one you make it better. Let's try this if that's everything. Doggy. I think I don't need to cut this one. Either do I need one of those? Okay, let's try this. Let's no, this and press A, and then UV, unwrap, a smart, unwrap. Nope, not even. Okay. Oh, what is this line then? Like a bad rap. What is that yellow line here? Yellow, red. Oh, it's the x-axis. It's gonna restart, unwrap. This could be good, but maybe, but nothing is sewed together. Everything has been cut into pieces. Was their last resort. That's corny. AF. Yes, that sounds good on the paper. That sounds good on the paper. Let's see, can I modify anything to make it better? Nope, not at all. UV, unwrap. Polo active quad, maybe this one. Nope. Do I have a tool? Maybe in the available add-ons. If you don't find it, it's because I bought it. I don't want to install something you don't have. But maybe I should. Yes, I should, because I'm not doing this. I'm using all my capacities for this one. So the add-on I will install is a UV something. Let's search UV. No. UV flow, someone? I don't have some kind of UV flow or UV something. I don't believe it. I don't believe. I will check my assets. I need to lower down this and free assets and go into Blender. Nope. Where is it? I don't remember. Rigify. Invoke gauge text tools. I don't remember. Oh, Blender. Video game bundle. UV Pack Master. It's a mouthful. Okay, I think there is more than just UV Pack Master. Unreal Engine Massive Stylized Sci-Fi. Great. Blender Game Development Tutorial Mesh Online. What does it mean? Kero CT Creative Stylized Locally Food Pack Kid Empire of Sand Kid Bash Asset Rebel Town. Can I open a zip in a zip? I think not. Fast Track Tutorial Hero Asset Sources. Oh, I can open a zip in a zip. Zip file in a zip file in a zip file. PDF. Nope, I can't. Empire of Sand. Faceit, Fantasy Sim 3. Fast Track Hero Flow, Environment Creation and UE5 game. Rig 2, this one. I like it. Quick Karam, Vito Flow, Modern Muscle Rig, Rigging, Scattershot, Sci-Fi Panel, Sci-Fi Modular, Asset, Stylized Castle Runes. Oh, maybe this one. I have so many free assets that I got for free with the license and everything. that I cannot check them all. 3D Family Ultimate Game Asset Course with Blender Victor Deno Ultimate Base Mesh Collection UV Flow. There we go. UV Master Pack. I want UV Flow, UV Pack Master, UV Pack Master, and UV Pack Master. Copy this. Go back to my Blendy Blue. Utilities. Software libraries. Blender. And paste it there. Now I can go to Blender and search here for my new UV Master Pack Atom 3.2.5. I have a 3.2.6 in there. Wow, doesn't work. Okay, install. The other was UV Flow. Yeah, I don't know. What is this version? Zero 09 12. It's the same inside this. I'll install it then. Nice. Toggle left. I want my MTV. This one. I have another UV Pack Master in there. I think I put this one first, so I will put this one then. Nope. Nope, same thing. Same error. Where did I get this? Maybe. In order to set the UV pipe master, follow the guide. Important after I install in Blender, you make sure you look for the Packer UI in the end panel of the UV editing here. So Windows, yeah, to restart Blender. Highly recommended to restart Blendy Boo. Now Wow, there's new stuff there, but which one is it from? I don't know. I think it's UV flow. Where is my UV pack master? Okay. In UV Pack Master Pro, so it's an utilities, software libraries, Blendy Boo here, and then I will cut this and paste it there. And UV Pack Master. Not sure. Will it work? It's like, yeah, completely broken. Completely broken. Where's my mouse? Oh, it works from the website. So UV Pack Master. What does it say? Okay, if you are upgrading from an older version, go to Blender and install the previous version. Strongly recommend restart. Download the latest version of the pack add-on Blender from the download. Install the add-on using standard procedures. Procedural license. Oh yeah, I need to connect my license. So I will need to hide you the screen. Okay, make sure you use the correct engine version. Note that the engine is required to use add-on packing. So after downloading, install the engine in the system by running the installer file. Usually install the application in Windows. Not the installer is signed by the publisher 3 quarters. Accept certificate if Windows asks for it. How do I put my license? I don't remember. Oh, he wants to find engine. Not detected. Okay, there's an installer in my thingy. There's an installer in there. And it will be in the UV Pack Master. UV Pack Master folder. Setup must read. Yes, yes, yes. I think I need to set the path. Oh, I need to install. Just putting this in the place where it is. Program file. Okay, duplicate for tab, start and the E, and the E, and then program file. Which one? No. No. Maybe. Oh, the executable. So it's the place where I got the. I put this. Rather this. Here. Wait. UV map. I will need to search my email. UV flow. No. UV flow. Yes. Back. No, 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 no. I can search UV. See, that's bad. UV flow. Enter. Okay, click this, and can I see this in Explorer or something? UV flow. Where is my UV pack master? Oh, Blender market change. Blender market. Maybe. Super high market, it's all broken. Oh, super hive, you're broken. I cannot do anything. Super hive market. Ay. I will have to uninstall this. I crashed the site by visiting this site. The new marketplace. Super hive. Oh, it's really crashed. Okay then. Okay then, what can I do? Let's do this anyway then. What else? UV flow unwrap. Is there some kind of stretching? I want a better unwrap pack. I want conformal. Yeah, that's that. It doesn't want to do anything. It doesn't update. I don't remember. What is it? Is it that? This is for vertex paint. I don't want to vertex paint. How is it? I don't remember. I already searched it. I forget every time. I always forget. In the shading. There we go. There you go. There you go. So I want the checker to be bigger, not my scale. I want to keep this size. So I will go back to my shading. Yes, emitter 100. smaller, 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 bigger, smaller, bigger. Where is it? Where is it? Shading, shading, smaller, bigger. Like really small. Really, really small. It's L if you wonder how I did that. How they are stick together. Yeah. Well, how did we do for the scaling? How did we do? I don't remember. I don't recall. Wow. Export FBX. Selected mesh output. It's not the floor, it's the wall. Save as. Control S. Back to engine, import, re-import. To fix, re-import material conflict resolution. Reset to FBX. What? Oh, it seems fine, except it's very large. The material is very large, and yeah, that's fine. Is it the best material for that? I don't know. Well, I will know. This is the material. We modified it by inadvertency. Damn, the guy who did this, he went fast. I don't want to be mean. Sorry. Sorry. You will like to apply the change. No. Concrete jungle. Concrete jungle. Yeah, I lost my PCB. I want my MTV. Control S, Shift S, and basic house. No. Oh, I'm looking for meshes, and then I want to try the other concrete jungle. Okay, they are all too much into it. What looks more like a whole concrete, like from the old-timey concrete? What's that brown? No. I think the first one was a good one, or else there's still cobblestone. Sorry, I won't check it more than that because there is it's like floor stuff rather than like you see there. It's not what I'm looking for. A brick cut stone. This can be it, but I want to do like the underneath the ground, so the first one was the best. So how we do this, we want to do an instantiate the material, Control S. Create a material instance. Yes, with the instance at the end, double click. You don't make it geniusly. So the guy who did it, yeah, they didn't want us to scale. You didn't make it scalable. Damn it. So how to make it scalable? You would ask. You multiply every text chord you see. Oh, apply. Mode minus. No, I'm just searching for my keyboard. So you would need to multiply everything, like the guy who did this. Yes, that was like this is organized. Go away from my face. I don't want to do it anymore. Get away. I don't want to be rude. Yeah, whoever did this, maybe he has his reasons. He was like crunching The studio made it crunch. That put first or last. Yeah, that's not a good idea. So if you want to pick like this, it's control. Now I can like this is the same thing. You don't need to have multiple ones. Delete, and as you can see how I would do this, like it would be what I mean by like it's a bit messy is that I would go and make it like that rather than like that. And then like that, and it's a bit like put in there and real fast. Like I don't have the time to do this. My boss wants me to deliver as fast as possible. Or I don't like doing materials. Okay, now this one will be our scale. It's a scalar parameter. The scale. Oops. Size. And now let's compile. Apply. And now let's look at, you see this, it's in alphabetical order. L, M, and A, not except the advanced. I think it is if I create one. So I would create it like 0, 1 size. Let's try this. Let's see what it says. And yes, it's there. Now it will modify only the micro texture, so we need to add them all, and that will be everywhere there is a text cord, like here, and those two. Control. This is Zen work, just like that. Now it's showing this because we need to put a default value in there. Was it pixel correct? Large scale tiling. We separated them into two different scales. So now I will set the max and min. That's very cool to have a max and min. Also, I need to assign the new one, the instance, to my mesh there, and in the instance I can change the size. One. So what's the lowest until it's nonsense? This is nonsense until there, I would say. But for my, I think it's nonsense until 0.5. 0.5 min. And when I scale it, it's nonsense until like when I see hashers, like the texture becomes ugly, like it looks like a t-shirt, like a tissue. It doesn't look like rock anymore. So this is too high. Okay, this is start to be fine close up. It's around 100. So we put the max slide to 100. And now I want to set my what I want. What do I want? The cap. It didn't cap. Yes, it counts. It's horrible. Eventually I will make it better. Maybe a bit more. So my PCG, can I lower it incrementally? Like that. Okay. Control S, what time is it? 8:25. So it's time for the next step. Where is it? Continuing where I left. I will put everything on the side here, and I will follow up with you. White, okay. Let's do this. Doors. It would be an integer. Yes. Can't parse default for property lords. Now it works. One, want. Because if 0 is the basement, what if 0 is the basement? I will follow up in case. I will allow a 0 to test it out. Oh, you don't have this sound?
That blueprint is, and we should know the size of our actual floors, the height of them, and we should know how many floors we need to go up. And so we can go ahead and copy those points that many times and basically create a spline that samples it accordingly. So to get started, I'm going to right click and search for Get Actor Data. This gets us the information from the actual actor, but by default it says parse actor components, and really what we want is just get a single point. We want just a single point of wherever it is. In fact, if I go ahead and sample it with a D key, you can see it has now basically created a big selection that encompasses the entire floor, which is great. That means we now know that this is the size of our original floor and it's only 1 point. So now we need to take this point and copy it upwards, basically where the final floor will be. So we take the amount of floors we have, subtract 1 because we already have the very first floor, and then multiply it by the height of each floor, and then we can merge it together with the original and basically get both of those values. Let's go take our floors and we're going to subtract 1 from here. And again, as before, you can just drag out of B, or you can right click and search for create attribute, same thing. And we want to subtract 1 here and plug this into in B. And now we go ahead and take this and multiply it by our wall size. Now this assumes that the wall size and the actual wall height is the same. And now we go ahead and take the attribute, same thing, and we want to subtract 1 here and plug this into in B. And now we go ahead and take this and multiply it by our wall size. Now this assumes that the wall size and the actual wall height is the same. If you don't have the same wall size and wall height, you might need to have a separate variable for both. In my case, this should work just fine for the piece that I'm using, but just keep that in mind that at the current moment, because we're not dynamically grabbing that information, you might have different values for the height and width. But once this is gone ahead and multiplied it, we can go ahead and create a vector attribute just as we did before. Search for make vector attribute, and in this case again we make it a vector 3 and plug it into the Z because we want to move it upwards. And now we need to kind of merge it with this point. To do that, we can get a transform points, and then in this
multiply in the Z, and it's a normal vector. We want to move it in the Z.
Kind of merge it with this point. To do that, we can get a transform points, and then in this transform points, we want to offset it the min and max based on this vector, and this moves this point, but that's it. We want to still keep it. So to do that, I'm going to take our get actor data and drag out as height and width. But once this is gone ahead and multiplied it, we can go ahead and create a vector attribute just as we did before. Search for make vector attribute. And in this case, again, we make it a vector 3 and plug it into the Z because we want to move it upwards. And now we need to kind of merge it with this point. To do that, we can get a transform points. And then in this transform points, we want to offset it the min and max based on this vector. And this moves this point, but that's it. We want to still keep it. So to do that, I'm going to take our get actor data and drag out and search for a merge points. And now we want to merge it with this original transform points. And now if I go ahead and sample the merge points with D, you can see nothing has changed here. But that's because we're on floors 1. If I make floors 2, you can see we now have the points all the way up here. If I go floors 4, you can see it is copying the points higher and higher.
Let's try this. Sample with D. Yeah, you won't see. So floor, where is my floor? Did I expose it? Yes, of course. Floor 2, it works. But what if I put floor 0? I allowed it, so it goes down in the ground. It goes on underground. The height is not right, and the price is not right neither. And that's a bad joke. That was a really bad joke, I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, I think you would address the issue there. So I cannot put 0 because it goes underneath. It adds a step underneath. So I would remove, not remove, I would go in my save. I will go in my blueprint, select floor, add 1, compile. Now let's see what he says.
Accordingly. And now we can use these 2 points to create a spline. So dragging out of merge points, search for create spline. And here in the detail panels on the mode, instead of create data only, we want to.
This is one of the worst parts, is to follow the guy, because following you makes you forget what's going on often. But when I would like play with it afterward, now I would understand better what's going on.
To create the component itself, we don't want the actual spline. And now we need to get a spline sampler since we have a spline. Grab ourselves a spline sampler, and in this case, on the spline sampler, instead of doing on interior, we want to do on spline, but instead of subdivision, we want to change to the number of samples, because this is effectively the amount of floors that we want. So let's go ahead and open this up. And here for num samples, we want to plug in our floors. So we'll take our floors and just drag it.
Oh, my Unreal didn't like it. My other dog is yapping, and this one, he can't really yap like a dog. He's shouting like a goat, but really goat dog, like a human voice yapping. Oh, okay.
All the way through to num samples. now we need to get a spline sampler.
Yeah,
since we have a spline.
that won't do it. I need to give some space to Unreal because it's panicking. Giving some space to Unreal. I might remove the visual on my face. Now I'm all dark. What else can help Unreal to not crash? It doesn't answer the call. I can stop it because I did save not long ago, so I will stop it. Restart application. Cut it to the neck of the application, the bottleneck. It wasn't bad words. Bad words. We need to talk in the Nov language. See, like saying unalived instead of the other word. Now YouTubers and streamers are taking the novlang from the book 1984, and they say now unalived so the algorithm doesn't log them. Bon, where were we? 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 Where we? Where we? Where were we? Where we were? Where were we? Where it's this one. I will go in 15 minutes. I will stop bothering you with my babbling. The dogs are yapping and I'm babbling.
It is copying the points higher and higher accordingly. And now we can use these 2 points to create a spline. So dragging out of merge points, search for create.
Create a spline. Create a spline. Now don't crash on me, Argentina.
Spline, and here in the detail panels on the mode, instead of create data only, we want to create the component itself. we don't want the actual spline. And now we need to get a spline sampler since we have a spline. Grab ourselves a spline sampler, and in this case, on the spline sampler, instead of doing on interior, we want to do on spline, but instead of subdivision, we want to change to the number of samples, because this is effectively the amount of floors that we want. So let's go ahead and open this up, and here for num samples, we want to plug in our floors. So we'll take our floors and just drag it all the way through to num samples.
Num samplers. Num samples. I like to do it like this. It's more readable.
And just like before, we want to make this unbounded. Now if I go ahead and sample this point, you can see we do have a spline here, but it's so hard to tell what's going on. So I'm going to
unsample, unbounded.
Num samples, and just like before, we want to make this unbounded.
Unbounded. No frontiers. Without frontiers, I don't see a spike.
Now if I go ahead and sample this point, you can see we do have
Oh, sample.
a spline here, but it's so hard to tell what's going
Press
on.
D.
So I'm going to scroll down in the detail panel here, and over here under scale method extents, I'm going to change that to absolute. You can leave it at 1.0. Scale, but now you can see that we're having full points, and here's the floors, 5 floors selected, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points, all spread out according to the height of that we've specified in here for the wall size. We're going to need to use
What? The wall size is the height? What? The F? Oh, it's not the length, it's really the height. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There is no. Oh, he sampled it. Always forget. D on the sample. Oh, it works. But it's too high for me, Argentina. I will have a new value which would be wall basement height. And the new above it would be it would be like wall height. So I will rename it basement height, and the next, and the basement height will be only one height. Let's do this. I need my MTV. Give me my MTV. I will go into my blueprint and change wall size, duplicate wall size, and the duplicate will be left at 0. Rename the wall size to basement size. Basement size. Now I will rename wall size later. I compile first, then I rename wall size. I remove the renamed There was like a _0. I compiled before because I want the basement to take place of the current wall height and the basement height in the blueprint. Now I will show you because it's stupid not to just tell you wall size. It's 30 and I don't need floors to be used. Can I find references? Will it lead me to my floors? No, that's not mine. Render to texture level. Close that. Floors. I don't think we can. So that's a thing with the PCG, because they are created there, we cannot see the references. So I don't need the floor here right now. Since it's the basement, I will use the attribute here and here, and I will keep the floor for later, for when he will do the next one. It might be problematic, but I will go with that.
In a loop, and to use it in loops,
I go in 9
we cannot
minutes.
have the points all together. What I'm talking about is if I select this and press A, and then here in the bottom left, I can open it up and select PCG/PCG building. You can see here we have a single PCG point data node with all of the points here. Here's all the information from the points. That's fantastic. But it's a single point here in this dropdown. What we want is all of these to be a separate selection, so that way we can use them in a loop and loop on each one of these. So to do that is relatively simple. From this out, I'm going to search for attribute partition. Now by default it's going to throw an error, and to fix that, open up the settings here, and under index 0 being last, you can hit this plus button and you want to change it for other properties index. And now if I press A on this, you can see each one is actually separated out, just like so. Now this is fantastic, but this is an output of a PCG building. You can see here we have a single PCG point data node with all of the points here. Here's all the information from the points. That's fantastic.
So I need to skip this part because I don't want to copy the basement upward. So I need the next one to be I need to understand what is doing there. So maybe,
but it's a single point here in this dropdown. What we want is all of these to be a separate selection, so that way we can use them in a loop. Attribute partition. Now by default it's going to throw an error, and to fix that, open up the settings here, and under index 0 being last, you can hit this plus button and you want to change it for other properties index. And now if I press A on this, you can see each one is actually separated out, just like so. Now this is fantastic, but this is an output of a point. I want to output of an attribute because I don't care about the points themselves, I just want the information. So from this out, what I'm going to do is search for get attribute from point index. Now the input source, just like before, press plus and search for index. And now if I go ahead and select with it selected, press A again. You can see we have under a PCG building, here are all our points, and we can get the attribute here. Now that is fantastic. Now I'm gonna need to collapse this all to a subgraph to make it easier for myself. Now to make it extra easy, I'm gonna need this as an output. So I'm gonna drag out of here and just search for something like add. So that way I just have it plugged into something. So now what we can do is select everything here, including this crate, but do not select the floors or the wall size. And just like we did before, you can right click and do collapse into subgraph. Or press Alt J, and just like before, I'm going to save it into PCG subgraphs, and this is going to be our PCG get floor loops. Hit save.
PCG get floor loops. I would just do get basement and do a duplicate of this. Okay, it didn't work. I need my floor. I will do what he says then.
And now we have single point here. If I go select PCG/PCG building, you can see here we have a single PCG point data node with all of the points here. Here's all the information from the points. That's fantastic. But it's a single point here in this drop down. What we want, you can right click.
It wants this. What's that? There's a warning. And he wants that to collapse into a subgraph. And the subgraph in my map PCG subgraph. PCG create what was get
and do collapse into subgraph, or press Alt J, and just like before, I'm going to save it to PCG subgraphs, and this is going to be our PCG get floor loops. Hit save, and now we have this graph here. And go ahead and delete this add node. We do not need it.
Add node. Delete this. Okay, warning. Warning. Yeah, no, sampler only first data. Don't know what it means. What did what it means.
We just need that attribute as the output. Now I'll go ahead and double click on here so that we can go ahead and just organize.
Okay. So that's fine. Warning. Get actor data self. Transform point. Spline. I'm a bit lost right now. Wall size. Floors. This is a 1.
Is this just the same way we did before? Delete the index 0 from the input.
Yeah, I'm not there. Okay, it won't change the basement size to the wall size. Might be this there. What else is an error in? Warning. Too many data items arriving on single data pin. Offset min. Offset max.
Change out to be floors and change index 1
0 floors, but it's in. What's that? The input is in. Delete floors. And the second one is
instead of get actor property out to be wall size. Now,
wall size. What? Wall size.
in my case, it's going to be a little bit easier if this is just in reverse order. So I'm going to just drag it between each other. So I'm going to have wall size first, then floors. And now in the output here, I'm going to delete index 0, and there we go. Go. We're all good to go. And now in the output here, I'm going to delete index 0
and attribute.
and there we go. We're all good to go. So here's our wall size and our floors, and I've gone ahead and deleted it just because now I can have it a little more cleaner.
Okay, my floors might be making it bad. What is this? Too many items. Okay, I have something in the wrong place there. Like that. Why didn't work? It didn't work. It didn't work. It didn't work. Wall size. Let's go back. Wall size is in wall size. Floors is in floors. Wall size. Do I have a wall size? Load. Yes, it's there. Everything's fine. But in here it says too many data arriving.
To reuse this node right above. So now we can go ahead and take this and grab ourselves a named reroute declaration node. Points to create a spline. So dragging out of merge points, search for create spline, and here in the detail panels on the mode, instead of create,
I don't know why. Offset min, offset max.
data only, we want to create the component itself. We don't want the actual
In, out, create, spline, create component.
spline. And now we need to get a spline sampler since we have a spline. Grab ourselves a spline sampler, and in this case, on the spline sampler, instead of doing on interior, we want to do on spline, but instead of subdivision, we want to change to the number of samples because this is effectively the amount of floors that we want. So let's go ahead and open this up. And here for num samples, we want to plug in our floors. So I'll take our floors and just drag it all the way through to num samples. And just like before, we want to make this unbounded. Now, if I go ahead and sample this point, you can see we do have a spline here, but it's so hard to tell what's going on. So I'm going to scroll down in the detail.
I have the spline up. What? I still have just one spline up. I don't know what it means.
Panel here, and over here attribute as the output. That is fantastic. Now I'm gonna need to collapse this to all
floors is in A -1 So this goes up, and this one is wall size. Yes, it's wall size. I don't know what's creating transform point, transform points in, out, to the offset max. Now I can delete this one. Put this one back in, like nothing. What if I remove this? Nothing. Line sampler, I redo it. Line. So if you have the same issue, it give you a warning like that. I redone this one, it gave me a warning and it worked. I don't have a warning anymore. So num samples, and back in. Just like that. Control S. I don't see what get PCG get floor, get floor. I want my MTV. I want this. Bye-bye warning. I don't want the warning. So I still have like the peak that goes up in the sky, but I still have this peak in the sky.
A subgraph and just a named reroute declaration node. Press F. And rename it to floor loops. So now we can reuse this to create the actual floors. So let's go ahead and do that with our create walls setup. If you're enjoying the tutorial so far, I would love to hit the.
What was the name? Floor 2?
So now
loops.
We can read
floor loops. F2. F2. Floor loops.
Use this to create the actual floors. So let's go ahead and do that with our create walls setup. If you're enjoying the tutorial so far, I would love to hit the like button and get subscribed if you're new for more awesome tutorials like this. Let's get back to it. So now we're gonna need to use these points and actually create a loop for this. This is gonna be our first loop that we are making, and to show you that you can create this from default, in our PCG folder, I'm going to make a new folder called loops, and I'm going to right click, search for PCG, do a regular PCG graph as well, as always, and
I always lose my loops. LOOPS. And now in loops I do a new PCG graph.
This is going to be our PCG copy points up underscore advanced. This is going to have a little more options than the default one that we're going to be using for the actual room interiors. That one's going to be a little more simple. So what you can do when
PC copy point up points up cat advance.
once you create one of these, is just have it selected and just
what?
drag it into your PCG graph and let go, and then you have the option of create a subgraph node or a loop node, and we want a loop node. So again, just select loop, and you can see there's no inputs or anything, but that is fine. We can come here and just double click it and open it up to get our actual regular input output PCG graph as you would normally. Now we're going to need some inputs and outputs, so let's go ahead and open our input and output, and let's change these up. For input, the first thing we're going to do is change the allowed types to be points, and we want these
Points.
of advanced to be required, because we want to make sure we always getting points in, otherwise they cannot possibly work. And then we're going to need a few things, starting with an index that is going to be allowed types attribute set.
Attribute sets.
Which is our attributes, as you see here by this node. And this is going to be the first one that has a different usage. This is going to be a loop. So we're going to be looping on all of these points. And so we're going to change the pin name from new pin to loops. And because this is the advanced version, what we're going to allow to do is to input a separate static mesh when we want like a different floor design. So every second floor, every third floor, let's say, we want a different design. And then maybe we want to offset those floors up or down where the design starts. So in order to do that, this is the more advanced version. So we're going to have the inputs for that. So let's add 2 more inputs. Now both input 3 and 4 are
Yeah, that's why I should have I did good to continue listening, because now I can fit in my basement.
are going to be normal, are going to be allowed types attribute set. Now input 3 is going to be our unique floor every X.
Oh, that's what he means. Or every X. I want to add one basement just for me. But it's not in the loop, my basement. That's true. It won't be there.
Because we need to know every how many floors we want a unique floor at. And for our 4th pin, is going to be our unique floor offset. Fantastic.
I want like a gap in the floor. Like a natural floor. Yeah, I need a natural floor. Floor interior. I want to ask, and I will go soon. Perplexity. Need to do supper. What is the name of the gap in the floors? In the flue? No, 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 you got it all wrong. Not the flute. The floors. Not in the flute. Floor gaps. Shimming. What is shimming? Shim. Nope. So I will add them floor gaps. I want my MTV. Where is my floor gaps? Where is my MTV? Unique floor every X. I want to move my MTV new pin above. Yes, like that. It's not loop, it's the second one. It's called floor gaps, and it's allowed type. It's attributes set. And the last one,
Fantastic. And now for our
unique floor offset. What? That means I need an offset for my basement, my floor gap. Yes, I think yes. I need an offset. And it will be new pin will be the fourth, and it would be floor gaps offset. Floor gaps offset. And then the last one would be, I forgot the type, unload type. Don't unselect this because then you need to reopen. Its attribute set. Last one is unique floor offset. Unique floor set, and allowed type, it's attribute set. There we go.
We want to output two different types of points. So for allowed types, we change it to point, and we add.
Which one is that?
One more, and also of type.
What?
Floor every X is going to be our output two different types of points. Offset. Fantastic.
Oh, the
and now
output.
for our output, we want to output two different types of points. So for allowed types, we change it to point, and we add one more, and also of type point.
One more, and also of type point.
Now we're going to have mesh 1 as being
Mesh 1.
The name of the first output, and mesh 2 will be the second output. Because depending on which one goes into which will depend on which one we actually go ahead and render out. And the final thing we kind of want to grab here is actually one other thing, which is also going to be a attribute set, and this is going to be our wall height. Now in our case, we're using the same wall size for both, but I'm going to go ahead and configure it as a wall height so you can see how it's all configured.
I think I will go now. Thank you for watching, and maybe tomorrow, maybe I will try to do some on the background. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow maybe, or Monday if not. Bye.